Good morning, beautiful people. How are you? I hope all is well with you guys. All is well with me. I can't complain. Man. Woo. Let me clear my throat, girl. Man. Somebody seeing things from a totally different perspective. Honey, you got somebody out here hanging on like wet clothes. I mean, like for real. Oh my God. Yeah. Whoever this person is, they could have betrayed you in the past, but they coming back bearing gifts. I'm just saying. Oh yeah. They could have really they had time to think about whatever the fuck they did to you, collective. They've had a chance to think about whatever the fuck, and they are feeling some type of way about it, and they want to do something different. Now listen, and they gonna come back coming in swinging in fast because they know you got options, collective. They know you got options. They know you could do whatever the fuck it is you want to do, baby. They know, but they don't want that shit. They coming to shut that shit down. Yeah, you see that Wheel of Fortune? Honey, they fortune. I mean, like for real, they see you as the prize. This individual is coming back around. I'm telling you, and then when they come back around, they'll be in totally different energy. You know that King of Swords. He's very outspoken, very blunt. He don't mix words. He's gonna say exactly what it is he want. And he go, man. Anyway, but you collective, you could be a little guarded still. You might not want to be bothered with old boy. At one point or another, you could have felt stuck in that situation. You got 2 and 8, and you could have been like walked away from it for real. That's 10. That's 10 swords. You could have been like, I'm done. You could have tried talking to this individual, communicating with this individual. You could have turned a blind eye to their bullshit. But guess what? You see justice and judgment came out at the same time. Honey, listen. If you, whoever this individual is, all you had to do is walk away. All you had to do is walk away from the situation. You didn't have to play into it. You didn't have to give it any energy. You didn't have to wish them any ill will. Okay? Because let me tell you something. The truth is always revealed. The truth always prevails. You understand what I'm saying? Whatever's right, righteousness prevails. So what I'm saying to you is that whatever role they played, you played, whoever played in this situationship, trust me, they got to realize that sometimes when you separate yourself from someone, and give yourself a chance to heal and move on. And this person did the same thing. They separated themselves from whomever, whatever they needed to do, and they realized they don't want to live without you. They don't. You see that death card? Whatever this is you two have, they don't want that over. They do not. They see you as very intelligent, very intuitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, they see you in that high priestess energy, baby. Mysterious. You keep to yourself. You play they just like everything about you, for real. And they want it with you. You see that Ace of Pentacles? Page of Cups. They coming back making you an offer, baby. An offer that you cannot refuse. Because guess what? They realize the damage that they did. They do. They know. And look, didn't I say whoever this individual is had to cut some individuals out? That's exactly what they did. They trying to manifest you back into their life, and they praying that you don't reject them. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. That's for somebody. Somebody's trying to manifest you back into their life. If you broke up with somebody or whatever like that, collective, somebody's trying to get you back. And you know what? You might be a willing participant. I'm just saying that's for somebody. That's not for everybody. Now let's go ahead. Let's talk about this weekend. How did you enjoy your weekend? Let me tell you something. I know I be doing the most. I don't get out often and everything like that, but yeah, I did. And baby, I ain't had my phone. Security took my phone for 2 days. My Tommy. Do y'all watch All the Queen's Men? Well, if you watch all the Queen's Men, I'm Maryland, and he's my Tommy, but he's really my security. That's his role, security. Make sure I'm safe. Make sure I'm always wherever it is I need to be and that sort of thing. He keeps an eye on me. He ain't gonna let nothing happen to me, that's for sure. Yep. Should have been a private investigator, detective. You know what I'm saying? That's his. Anyway, Tommy ain't getting ready to let a goddamn thing happen to me. Do you hear me? Nothing. He keeps an eye. For sure. Can't get away with nothing. Mm-hmm. But I need the security detail. As a matter of fact, I was recruiting. Anyway, I'm recruiting for security detail when I move to Philly, if anyone's interested. Anyway, so we got the Empress, we got the Ten of Swords, and we got the Seven of Cups. Somebody thought they was going to backstab, betray an Empress. Don't they know that the Empress got options? This Empress got options, baby. She ain't sitting around waiting on nobody. And she damn sure ain't no pick-me. She's not a pick-me. Listen, this Empress, she goes in her own direction. She makes her own decisions. She don't follow a fucking crowd, and she don't follow trends. She set trends. She's a trendsetter, okay? Let's talk about it. So we got this Empress here. Somebody's trying to betray. They feel as though she don't have options. Now, this could be her dude, a friend, what? We don't know yet. They can't stand the fact that she's content. They can't stand that she found balance in her life and she can hold her own. That's somebody's energy for this Empress, I'm telling you. They hate the fact. Look, and what did I say? I said, if my situation, Tommy, he's my Tommy, and I'm Maryland. Tommy's fine. I don't give a goddamn what anybody say. Most of those fellas and all the Queen's Men are fine as hell. As a matter of fact, I'm establishing something like that when I get to Philly. And I'm going to recruit. I'm going to start some recruiting. I got a plan, but I'm not going to share too much of it. But that's me. That's who I am. I ain't going to lie. I like that type of shit. I was going to move to Vegas years ago and open my own version of the Bunny Ranch. But it was going to be with men. Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to it. I be all over the place. Whoever these individuals are, somebody is hating on the Empress. They hate the fact that she's good on her own. But she got this king. And this king knows she got choices, options, whatever. Someone tried betraying this this Empress, because they can't stand the fact that she's balanced. Her life is so balanced. It's like she ain't tripping off nothing over nobody. Yeah, at the back of this deck, we got the Hierophant. Yeah. Somebody, they can't stand the fact that she's good on her own. Let me see. Yeah, she's kind, she's sweet, she's gentle, she's all that. Look, she's a team player with this Three of Pentacles energy here. There's the Hierophant back again. Look, I looked at it here, but here she is. Let me go ahead and put these down here. Yeah. They can't stand it. She's a team player. She's the Queen of Wands. She matches energy. Yeah. She's wise. You know. But here we have the Seven of Swords. And what's at the bottom of this one? We're going to take it. And we got yet another. Damn. Hold the fuck up. Another 10. Everything is fine. Even when things aren't fine. You'll never know. Because that's what she gonna say. She isn't gonna complain. She isn't gonna fuss. She isn't gonna cuss. She's gonna be like, everything's all right. I got this. I got this. Even when it feels as though she don't. And that's what people can't stand about her. She's resilient. She always land on her feet. You see that cat, 9 lives. She always land on her feet. Whatever it is going on, this is your story, ma'am, sir, whoever you are. Somebody can't stand you because you always seem to pull things off. You always seem to pull shit together. No matter what you're going through, you always seem to get through it. And they can't stand it. And whoever you dealing with, whoever you with, they just as on point as you are, collective. Just as attractive and whatnot. Y'all make a match. Y'all a good match. Look, and that ain't nothing but the truth. Y'all make a perfect match. You and this King of Wands. Now, you know what I tell y'all? The Queen, he know this motherfucker knows that you got options too. I tell you that. Whoever this person is could have stabbed you in your back, this king. That's for some, not everybody. They could have betrayed you in some way, thought you was stuck, thought you would never leave. But guess what? You showed that individual wrong. You proved them wrong. But anyway, you're a hard worker. You know what I'm saying? You're a giver. You're equally reciprocated. You know, you don't mind because you got it. It's nice. And that's what this individual love about you too. Yeah, they love it. They love the fact that you know, y'all go someplace, he ain't got to worry about it. You pick up the check, he pick up the check, whoever get the check. Because y'all both got it. And that's what he love about you. Yeah. He'll give you anything. Whoever this King of Cups is. Look, anything. Whatever it is that motherfucker got, you can get it. I'm telling you, you can get it. You definitely can get it, collective. But what we want to know, what's the Seven of Swords about? That's the only thing we haven't addressed. This middle. What's going on in the center of it? If he knows all of this about her, and if he knows how he feel about her, and you see he's facing her, okay? He isn't looking away. He's looking at her. Let's see what this is about. Seven of Swords. Let me see. So swords for me represent communication. They could have had some misunderstandings. Some horrible words were said. You know what I'm saying? I put it to you this way. Did I see a King of Swords? I don't think I did. Let's look and see if we... Let's see something real quick. My phone is going off. I ain't had this much attention on my phone in a few days. What's up? It's Monday and everybody back to business. Okay, let's get back to business then. Let's get back to business. What's up with this Seven of Swords? Look, and we got the Chariot. Somebody could have been moving around too much, doing the most. For real. Somebody could have been Cancer energy at that. Then we got the Seven of Swords again. Sneaking, creeping, doing shit they ain't had no business. Yeah, this King of Wands. You know, I told y'all my King of Wands, he's the player of the day. Whoever this King of Wands, when he was in that King of Wands energy, he thought he was getting ready to play with this daggone, he thought he was getting ready to play with this motherfucking empress. Who plays with an empress? A fool. This king of wands, he was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. Not realizing, oh girl got just as many choices as you do, sir. And she is not stuck ever. She took that sword, one of those swords, and cut them strings, cut those ties from around her and said, okay, you want me to see you want to see what's really going on? Let me show you something. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh no, you ain't gonna have me caught up in nothing, playboy. And let me tell you something. I'm looking at this deck, and the only card in the reverse here, looking at it, the only card that's in the reverse, I'm telling you, all my cards are in the upright. Wait a minute. Yeah, all my cards are in the upright. Except for this. You know what it is? It was the Fool. The Fool in the reverse. Now, what the Fool do? The Fool usually take a leap of faith, starts a new journey. That motherfucker knew goodness motherfucking well when he was out here sneaking and creeping. He didn't want to go nowhere. He ain't want to go nowhere for real. Talking about the chariot. Yeah, right. That motherfucker didn't want to go no goddamn where. Seven of Swords. Sneaking and creeping and doing all kinds of bullshit. Bad communication. Somebody talking a bunch. You see that Hawk talking a bunch of smack. Like they got it. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Go on out there in life and let life slap you around a little bit. You'll see. We're going to see how much a fuck you going to give. Go on. See, sometimes y'all, listen. Let me tell you something. And what did I say? You ain't got to be no goddamn pick me. You give a motherfucker access to you. Just enough access to you. And if that son of a bitch can't realize that you are the motherfucking prize, and you don't have to compete. You don't have to compete. You will not compete. You know why? Because you're an empress. Empresses don't compete. They don't compete, baby. It's certain pools an empress can't dive into. You understand what I'm saying? It's certain things an empress cannot participate in. It's just as simple as that. You know? I mean, no, everybody ain't fucking bunch of birds out here fucking pecking at whatever crumbs, bread crumbs. No. And whoever this masculine is, he could have tried to play her that way, come at her sideways, think that she was going, I don't know, like she didn't have options, like she wouldn't go anywhere, like she stuck with him or whatever the fuck. And that is not the case. No, ma'am. And it wasn't like girlfriend just took off and started doing ignorant ass shit. It don't look like that. She just moved on. And that's what adults do. Whenever something is presenting itself that does not fit their narrative, they move on. Whoever this empress is, she said, no, you're not gonna put me in that pool. I'm not diving in that pool, bro. I can't dive into that pool. If I dive into that pool, then that's gonna reduce who I am. No. For who? For what? For you? Have you lost your mind? Oh my God. Listen. And whoever this masculine is, he could have thought he had options too. See, those options are behind him. They're not in front of him. No. He could have thought he had options too, but guess what? Those options he had weren't as good as that empress. And he knows it. I don't care how many options he had. However many options he had, they weren't enough. They weren't enough. Okay? No, ma'am. You heard that. Anything else we need to clarify with this Seven of Swords energy? Anything else we need to clarify with this Seven of Swords energy? What's the seven? What is it? Look, and this keep coming out no fucking reverse. Ace of Wands. That motherfucker ain't going nowhere. Ace of Wands is ace is new. New start, new beginning, new job, new career, new whatever, relationship. You know, Ace of Wands is signifying, baby, a new venture, new fortune. Like I said, it has something to do with wealth. No, if anything, that motherfucker started taking L's. If anything happened with this king, he started taking L's, trying to fuck over this empress. Let me tell you something, guys. People need to learn how to leave the unbothered. Leave people that go to fuck on about their business. Leave them motherfuckers alone. And let me tell you something else. You got to be careful who you out here trying to finesse. Yeah, you got to be careful who you out here trying to finesse. Because you run across the wrong motherfucker, and the next thing you know, your ass is taking L's back to back to back. Nothing but L's. I'm telling you. And you know what? When you say things like that, like say for instance, if it's not true, and you say, I lost $100, or I lost this, that, and the other, or this, that, and the other happened to me, or that, and other happened to me, then guess what? And it isn't true, then guess what? You know what you're doing? You manifesting those very things into your life. That's what you're doing. If I go out here and say, I don't know, I need a new transmission for my car. I didn't want to say anything that wasn't true, but because my transmission is gone out on my car. I don't really give a fuck. But the bottom line is, if I were to say that and it weren't true, the next thing you know, it's something like that close or similar will happen. Because you manifested it. You put it out there to the universe. And the universe was like, well, wait a minute. I didn't know something was wrong with it, but we can make that happen. Hold up. You understand what I'm saying? Or we could cause something to happen to you that's just as catastrophic. So be careful what you say. Be careful what you speak into your life. Okay? Because what you speak into your life manifests itself. Just be careful. Yeah, and no telling what this masculine was saying. But whatever it was he did, whatever it was he said, nothing materialized of it. I can tell you that right now. Nothing materialized of it. Let me check something real quick. There was no gain. Nothing was gained. There was all L's. Trying to mess over this empress. Trying to act like, yeah, you know what happens though? Let me tell you what happens a lot of times. And ladies and gentlemen, you can tell me whether or not you think it's the truth, whether or not you agree with it or not. So, say for instance, you lucky enough to get this individual, you know, very beautiful person, very pulled together, you know what I'm saying? They got their shit together, period. And you know what usually happens? A man or a woman will think, well, I got her, and start to take that shit for granted, and next thing you know, they lose what they had, and they can't get that again. They can't get anybody of that caliber again, for real. Once they lose it, they know they can go around there, search for that all throughout everybody, throughout all their interactions, throughout every person they come in contact with, man or woman, whoever it is. And they'll be looking for that empress energy in whomever they're dealing with, and they will not find it. They will not. Whoever this King of Wands, he thought he had options. He thought he had choices. He thought, but baby, let me tell you something. It took all 7 of them bitches to do what that one empress could. I'm telling you right now. You put that however it resonates for you. Whether it's whatever. Whatever energy, whatever it resonates for you. Separation, I'm telling you. You went silent on this individual. You were like, I'm not getting ready to be bothered with this person. They want to treat me like I'm an option. Okay, baby. You know what's option. You know one second option, collective? You ain't getting ready to be jumping in no pool with no freaking salamanders. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're not a pick me, and you refuse to settle for breadcrumbs. Whatever this whatever you bring in, if you bring in the whole loaf, then you expect for that individual to bring the whole loaf. You understand what I'm saying? And that was never the problem with you two. Well, I put it to you this way: you do see the majority of the coins are over here. I'm just saying, the majority of the coins are over here with this empress. I'm just saying. He could have been jealous of the fact that she had more money than him. Whoever this motherfucker is, we talking about a fire sign. He's a Leo, Sag, or Aries. Makes sense. King of Wands. He admires the hell out of your ass. Yeah, he do. He listens to music that might, kind of, certain songs he hear reminds him of you. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right. Yeah, certain songs might remind him of you. Y'all have a telepathic communication for real, a very emotional bond. Very emotional. Whoever this king is, he's very emotional about you, collective. He don't play. And you could switch it around. It could be a she, but I doubt it. This is I'm sticking to just this. Whoever this individual is, didn't I say communication? Lies. There are a lot of sword energy. 10 swords here, 10 swords here, 8 swords there, 7 swords there. Whoever this person was, they were just being very dishonest in this situation. They were. They were very childish. Very childish behavior. They know it. But they don't want that. They want this. They want to reconcile. They want a second chance with you, collective. For real. And it's going to come back around. That's the God's honest truth. That's this individual's energy. The king. Yours, you could have ghosted this king. You could have turned inward towards family, your children for support. You know what I'm saying? Because you just turned your face, your whole energy, start nurturing on your family, loving on your family, your kids, whatever, your grandkids. You guarded your energy. You protected your energy. Your heart chakra could have been blocked. We got one more because we got 5 over here for him. We're going to take one more for you. And it says butterflies. You went on and made peace of a situation. You made peace with it. You didn't let that define you. You were in this King of Cups energy, collective, nurturing, masculine. You had to step back into your masculine energy. When things were good with you and Tommy, your King of Wands, you were relaxed, laid back, in that empress energy, nurturing and loving and carefree. But whenever it was transpired, these secrets and whatnot got the best of y'all, you said, okay, you want to live that life? Go ahead. You want to live that life? Go ahead. You want to be sneaky? Fine. Do you, baby? But you will not do it on my watch. And you will not do it at my expense. For real. Somebody could have, look, riding by your house. You weren't getting ready to hold on to somebody that didn't want to be held on to. You didn't. Whoever this individual is, they didn't give up on you, though. They never thought you'd walk away. They never thought you'd walk away. They thought you was going to be around forever. Look. Get away. Run away in the sunset. Begin an adventure. And that could be you, collective, running away, getting away. leaving stuff behind. Whoever this king is, baby, they don't want to see you leave. They don't want to see you go. They don't want to see this. They didn't think it was going to get this far. But guess what? Terms. Now they ready to meet you. You heard that confirmation. Now they willing to meet you on your terms. For some, somebody might come back begging. But they want to negotiate, work it out. Whoever this individual is, I'm telling you, they could have been driving past your house. They could have been sitting outside your house, collective. I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't mean to hit the camera. But yeah. Whoever this individual is, baby, they're going to come back in some new energy. If you allow this individual back in your space, they ain't going to be on that same type of bullshit ass time they were on before. I tell you what. And it ain't going to be all that back and forth either. Whoever this individual is, they said, listen, I ain't had enough. I ain't trying to be bothered with nobody out there. You bitches ain't shit. Them niggas ain't shit. Whoever it is, they ain't trying to go back and forth. They ready to settle down. Whoever this individual is, serious business. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a couple from this deck right here, and then we're going to wrap this horse and pony show up. Okay, y'all? Yeah, power balance. They have mutual respect and shared responsibilities, equality, respect, care. That's the energy this person's coming back around in. You best believe that. Enduring bond. Put your family first and spend time together. That's what they want to do. They want to prioritize you. And fluttering heart. Oh, enjoying the romance. And decide if you want more. Oh, sweet, fleeting future. That's what this individual wants with you, collective. A sweet, fleeting future. So whatever doubts you had, whatever it is you came to my channel to, I don't know what led you to this, but I'm glad you're here. I do appreciate you spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If anything about it resonated with you in any shape, form, or fashion, like, share, and subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you guys tuning into my channel. All right. I'll be back with another video. In the meantime, peace, love, and light.